Right, manager is assigned here for weather evacuation. We're at row S. We talk a lot about rows S through X for other seating issues, so this is why we're at row S. Patrons seated here and back, and again, house left would take care of their side. Seated here and back during weather evacuation are actually sent to the level 2 doors to go out through the tower stairwells. There will be a directions usher who will be asked to be at the corner of the lobby to guide people to enter the tower and not hang out in the lobby.
And so the house right assignments for this area are probably somebody right where you're standing.
Somebody right here to encourage folks to exit that way.
And maybe that could be the person who was already seated here.
Correct. And the person seated here could also encourage people to keep going out those doors and make sure, although level 3 ushers will do this mostly, that nobody goes up and tries to exit through level 3.
Yes, level 3 will have someone assigned at the top of the stairs going up to level 3.
So these two people will take care of house right loge.
Because there's so much more to happen up here.
Yes, this is more critical. Starting with row R, forward, we want everybody to move forward. So we need an usher at the side wooden doors, at least one, preferably two, to make sure that no one goes out that way because of all the glass.
Or out back toward the lobby, which would be people's instinct to go the way that they came from.
Correct.
So.
Correct, and that could be this usher and ushers stationed by the side doors. Ushers who are seated here would help if there were any wheelchairs, which is not common on house right. Again, everybody from row R forward, and so that would be the ushers down here on the stool at row C would guide people through the red curtain. So we're telling people to go a way that they don't normally go, which could cause some hesitation. So we need to make sure an usher's here saying, yes, you're going this way.
Real quick, if you do have somebody in an emergency wheelchair seat on house right, they need to be taken to the tower restroom.
They need to, yes, go out this way and either go to the restrooms that are just inside the level 2 doors here.
Oh, okay.
Or the tower restroom. But they need to be taken to a restroom to wait out the storm. So we're going to encourage people to follow the sign. Usher here, or that usher has already opened these doors to encourage people to go through and not be worried about the sign. And then house right gets a little weird. We do not want anyone to go on stage. And these doors actually lead to our stage. So we need an usher here to guide people out this way, even though the doors do not enter. It is an exit, and we just we want to make sure people know you're going out this way, because once you go through this door.
Okay, so we had somebody at the red curtain, essentially.
Yep.
Somebody in this general area, so that they don't go onto the stage, but do exit into the hallway here.
And once they get here, they meet up with the mezzanine patrons who are already being instructed to come down. The last assignment for, well, no, not the last assignment.
Not at all. The next
assignment for house right is critical too. Right here, obviously a building exit. We don't want anybody to go outside during weather, so somebody is right here to avoid that and to keep encouraging people to go downstairs. It's pretty obvious once they've been told to keep going downstairs, to keep going. There are no access on these doors, but because they are doors that can just be opened.
If you have an extra person,
if we have an extra person, we want them here to keep encouraging people to exit to level 1. Don't need anybody here.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. And then the next assignment for house right is at the lovely Stars and Stripes Forever Welcome Mat, which is level 1, and this door leads to the TV studio.
It's the only door on level 1.
So people
unless you want to use that Hobbit door right there.
Yes. People might want to hang out here and think, oh, I've reached the bottom. This is where they want me to go. But no, we actually want them to keep moving through here, and you enter the TV studio.
So somebody has opened this door and is probably where you are now, Mindy, encouraging people to keep
them to
going.
not go to those offices, but to keep coming this way. And someone else is here encouraging them to exit the TV studio to this hallway. These doors open inward, so just be aware of that when you're
Yes, so make it happen quickly.
Yes. so people don't get jammed up. That usher has those doors open and is encouraging folks to fill up this hallway and keep moving.
And keep moving.
We don't want anybody
moving.
to just sort of stop, because there's going to be more people coming behind them. We need this traffic to keep going. We are on level 1 now. You can reassure patrons once they get here that they are in the right spot, but we need them to keep moving to this point, which is the dressing room hallway behind the studio theater. And then mirror image house left would take care over there, but house right, we would need an usher here to, you're in the right spot, and to avoid people entering the studio theater.
That's right. So really early on, the person assigned here could encourage people to keep moving because there's
Correct.
a lot more safe spaces.
Yes.
As a clog begins to occur, that person can pull a lot of people into this hallway, but not into the studio theater itself.
Correct.
But the hallway and the dressing rooms for the studio theater would be fair game.
And this person would, and at this point you're going to start having some help from the directions usher who would be asked to come downstairs when the emergency is called. Keep sending them up the ramp. The directions usher for the teardrop would be out that way, making sure nobody is in that area where there's a lot of glass. So we would need somebody here to make sure that nobody turns and goes that way.
Right. But a directions usher would truly stop them
Yeah.
at the glass. Because really, once we're on level 1, then it's just a matter of patrons not going into the few areas that are dangerous on level 1.
So
if
it's
we
not
can,
critical that that is covered. If
That's
we have
right.
enough ushers, if it's a big show, we have enough ushers assigned that you can do that, it's like a bonus.
yeah.
Once we're to this point, patrons can just kind of fill in anywhere that they want to wait out the storm.